Well, hello again. I'm Mayor Cheryl Brothers, and I'm here to update you on what Fountain Valley is doing in regards to COVID-19. I'm here with you today from Cambalache Grill, and we're going to be talking about restaurants opening. Because we are social distancing here right now, I'm able to take off my mask to talk to you. This is our 9th video, and so much has changed since we started the program, and we've moved into stage 2 of the roadmap to resilience. I love that name, resilience. We certainly are resilient in Fountain Valley. More orders and recommendations have been made by the County of Orange Health Department. As of May 23rd, the county received approval from the state to accelerate stage 2 and allow in-person dining, reservations, and retail shopping with social distancing. Still advise you to wear a mask when you're outside and when you're in a store. Before businesses who meet the stage 2 criteria take the next step to reopen, the health department strongly recommends they perform the following steps: a detailed risk assessment and implement a site-specific protection plan. Train employees on how to limit the spread of COVID-19, including how to screen themselves for symptoms and stay home if they have them. Implement individual control measures and screenings. Implement disinfecting protocols and implement physical distancing guidelines. You can check the statewide industry guidance to reduce risk, and that information will be on your screen. On May 28th, the County of Orange Health Officer modified the orders and recommendations, and that contact information is on your screen. They permit the reopening of hair salons and church services, funerals, cultural services, and protests can resume under those guidelines. As part of businesses reopening in stage 2 of the roadmap, code enforcement team will proactively connect with local businesses regarding the City of Fountain Valley roadmap for businesses to reopen and help educate business owners on Orange County Healthcare Agency requirements before they reopen businesses in our city, and provide resources and helpful hints for successful reopening. And there is information on your screen. With so many changes and the excitement of more businesses opening up, I will visit a few different businesses and ask how these orders and recommendations are impacting them and what you can do. We are here today with Teresa Razzo, owner of Cambalache Grill, to talk about the restaurant industry. She is the current chair of the Fountain Valley Restaurant Association, referred to as FVRA, and they are working on a CARES initiative to raise funds for graduating Fountain Valley seniors. That's high school seniors. Teresa and the association also worked closely with the city last year to coordinate the Experience Fountain Valley Food and Wine last October and raised $10,000 for our fire department and another $20,000 for nonprofit organizations.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for having me, Major Cheryl Brothers. It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell us how you're doing as a restaurant in Fountain Valley. What's it been like to experience being closed, and what do you think it will be like when you can open?
It's been like a roller coaster. That's how I call it, because you know, we have to be on top of everything every day. There's pivots, there's changes. We've never been so creative and so fast and moving and doing things as probably in the last 2 or 3 months. Everything was going very well. 2020 felt like a really good year until COVID-19. You know, from one day to another, your business is either closed or you're down between 60 to 80% of your business, if not more. What do? Then you have to comply with all this. Then you have to have facing all the fears about COVID-19, protecting your family, your community, your staff. So it's been a roller coaster, but I've always tried that when something gets difficult, you take a look at it and you make it better. And that's the only way to be positive and survive, keep going forward. Just a friend not too long ago told me, everything will be okay. And I'm like, it's not looking like that. And she said, everything will be okay. At the end, everything will be okay. If it's not okay, that means it's not the end. So just keep moving. You have to go back and reflect and say, this was not good, but it's also, we have to make the best out of it.
That's a terrific positive attitude. Thank you for sharing that. We know since the stay-at-home orders came, restaurants have been hit especially hard, and it will be difficult to be back in operations with all the restrictions and conditions. What are you doing for dine-in again, and are you open for dine-in now, or will you be soon?
We will be soon. As you know, everybody pivoted to carry out and trying to do all the essentials that everybody needed. Myself and our team had pretty much a strategy for June for the takeout. We were all pumped up, really going to do this, and then suddenly the next day we're open. We've always run the business with values, and this will not be the exception. So it's values versus our business. So if we've already been closed for 2 months or over 2 months, 2 more weeks is not going to be a big deal. And we want to make sure we put the social distance in place. We train the staff. So we need to put in a lot of protocols. We have to do barriers. I think everybody's concentrating and making sure COVID-19 is not in the dining room. That's very important.
So how does your staff feel about coming back, knowing that customers will be coming in? Once they're in, they won't be wearing a mask. Is your staff comfortable with this?
When we talked about opening, we had a meeting that weekend, and I let the staff decide when they're going to be opening, because they're going to be the ones in the front of the line. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not ready, then I can't push them to something that they're not ready. All of them, even the ones that are not in right now, are eager to come back. Mm-hmm. And they know that we will put things in place to make sure that they're protected. That I know that if we put in the protocols correctly to protect them, I know the community will protect us. And that's the same feeling for our staff. So they're not afraid of that. They know that they will get that respect.
So are you going to implement some things like taking temperatures of your customers before they come in? Have you thought about that?
Yes, we thought about that. We were definitely going to check the temperatures of all the staff. We won't be asking every single person that comes in to sanitize their hands before coming in the dining room, and also every time coming out of the restaurant. So every time you're inside the dining room, you will be sanitized. And we will ask everybody to wear a mask if in common areas. When you're at your table, you're fine without a mask. But when you're in the restroom or in common areas, we are going to be asking for everybody, as a respect for everybody else, to wear a mask.
The city's talking about allowing restaurants to do, you have some seating outside, but allowing some restaurants to do more seating outside.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to that?
There's a lot, again, things we have to look at. And we do have some seating, but we limited our seating even there because social distance, and then also because our patio is the main entrance. At this point, I don't know if it's going to be safer outside because of cars. That's my only worry.
And back to outdoor dining, there will be information on the city's website from the Planning and Building Department.
Great.
On how to do that. And certainly if you need additional help, you can contact the city. So one of the things that you need to do is restock your kitchen.
Yes.
Fill your refrigerators and your freezers and all of your supplies. I see you have all your wine still supplied.
Yes.
But that was not a problem. But what is it like ordering food for you, and what is it like on a payment basis for that food? Are you able to fund it?
Well, for us, and I'm hoping that this is for everybody else, normally our vendors give us about 30 days, 20 to 30 days. COVID-19 has changed a lot of things, but now that everything is up, I'm hoping that most of them, we were able to keep our plans, our payment plans. We don't order as much because of course you don't have that much business, but we're still ordering on a smaller quantities because we've never closed. We've always kept the takeout going, and we always have either a shelter or a family to feed. So we always have a little bit extra because we know there's going to be a need.
That's terrific. City staff is also presenting a low interest loan for small businesses. We're going to consider that on June 2nd. The Small Business Emergency Relief Loan Program offers small businesses with less than 25 employees to apply for working capital loan of up to $10,000. The loan may be used to cover your day-to-day business operation expenses or other similar expenses that occur in the ordinary course of operations. Small business loans will be set at 2% for 3 years with no payment penalty. And there's information on your screen. The city is committed in supporting our local businesses during this challenging time, and we will continue to find creative ways to work together to come out of this stronger. Teresa, do you have anything you would like the community to know and how we could help restaurants in general?
First of all, I would like to thank the entire city of Fountain Valley for their commitment to the business. It really gives a sense of it's going to be okay to us. You know, when you have the city behind you, or when you have the city trying to help you or say, what can we do to make this better for you? When you already have all these protocols, all these changes, all this roller coaster. Every day is a roller coaster for us right now as a business. It's incredible what we're facing one day, the next day, and then we think it's going to reopen, and then something else happens, and it's out of our control at this time. So, you know, every single business, I would just ask everybody to be just patient, be cooperative, be there for each other. It is really hard times for everyone, especially for small businesses, because we're the ones that are suffering the most. And it's such an amazing feeling that the city is there to turn around and say, I have this issue, could you consider this? And that they'll say, yes, let's try to work on it. And that's something I love about Fountain Valley. And I really believe from the bottom of my heart that we will not only survive, but we will thrive as an entire community. And don't forget to support our GoFundMe for the Fountain Valley Restaurant Association CARES initiative, because we're a little short on that, but I think all the graduates in the class of 2020 are very, very excited to hear what they'll be getting and to share. I think the power of food is amazing. So if we can give those gift cards to that, we can, you know, help the community and the income around the community flow again.
I know you have an audience that's very anxious to be able to come back in
Yes.
and sit together and enjoy food
Yes.
and wine. And on the CARES Act for the GoFundMe, everybody benefits from that.
Yes.
We want to show our high school seniors that we care, and this will also help our restaurants because the gift cards will be coming from those restaurants, and that's a bonus.
Yes.
So remember to go to the website and go to the GoFundMe page and give as generously as you can. The goal is $50,000. That would provide a gift card for every graduating senior.
Yes.
And we're a ways from that, but we're also a ways from a graduation date, but it's getting close.
Yes.
So remember to go online, and there's no contribution too small. Before we close this program today, I would like to share, we had another successful Fountain Valley Cash Mob. Most of you, I think, understand by now what they are. We were at Heavenly Vintage Nursery, where they experienced $2,000 in purchases which is 10 times more than their weekday sales average. We then went to Tio Flaco's Tacos, owned by local residents. They saw a 31% increase in sales on May 29th, according to Lynn Seaton, who was an organizer and coordinator of the Cash Mob. Lastly, the City Council was able to assist with free grocery giveaway at the Fountain Valley Sports Park with 1,000 boxes filled with dairy, produce, milk, and thank you to Worldwide Produce, Boys and Girls Club of Huntington Valley, and the USDA for coordinating. They had a line that went almost entirely through the sports park of people staying in their cars, getting boxes of groceries and milk. The timing was just about right. When the last car came through, we gave them the last of the milk, and then our groceries were gone. Until next time, continue to be safe, support our local restaurants, and remember to wear a mask when you're out, wash your hands often, and I'll see you next time.